What are some strategies, and can people over-plan for the increase in Medicare costs?
The strategies that we're seeing are really anything that we can do to smooth out income. So that could be anything from selling real estate and deciding to do it on an installment sale to spread it out. That could be timing either Roth conversions or IRA liquidations to say, well, we're going to do just enough to get up to the IRMAA thresholds, but we don't want to go beyond it. That might be trying to time our deductions to line them up in the right years to minimize exposure or at least total tax liability. The biggest caveat to remember from all of it, though, is that while the IRMAA impact is significant, it can lift your Medicare premiums by a couple $100s a month. It only lifts them by a couple $100s a month, which is a few $1,000s for the year. And the top IRMAA thresholds are hundreds of thousands of dollars. So at the end of the day, if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you only want to go so far to dodge what might be $3,000 of a penalty or like a 1% increase in your tax rates. Be careful not to work so hard to avoid a 1% equivalent tax surcharge that you actually cause economic harm to yourself just trying to contort around the tax limit. So while it's important to be aware of the IRMAA planning and it can result in what seem like large premium spikes relative to the cost of Medicare, they're actually not always huge spikes relative to someone's income, especially if they're fairly affluent. And so it's a good thing to plan when you're close to a threshold if we can maybe do a couple of adjustments and duck under the line. But be careful actually not to get too exuberant in planning around Medicare premiums, or you can let the tax tail wag the dog a little bit too much.
Exactly. If you're focusing so much on the size of your Social Security check and it takes a big dive, then you might respond emotionally and think that you need to do some things that may actually be harmful in the long run.
Absolutely, unfortunately.
Thank you, Michael.
My pleasure.